This series of tapes, Information versus Misinformation, were recorded from classes this year by the Grand Master, Dr. Malachi York, known to us as Naya Malachi Zaduk El, our own Pharaoh. I'm Anubi Dakata. These tapes were released in part so that you may listen and learn the profound facts as taught by the man of this hour. And now listen to the dynamic teachings of the Grand Master, Naya Malachi Zaduk El.
Yes, 16 more presidents, 9 new.
Okay, what was the purpose of them relinquishing the power to George Washington?
Oh, yes, a very good.
From the Moors?
Yes, it was. Let me tell you why. We always leave that part out. What happened is the Moors are the ones who initiated George Washington and his cabinet into the ancient Arabic order. That's why if you go to Atlanta right now, you see the first shrine of the Masonic Lodge. It's the Box Theater. If you look at the Box Theater, you'll find out that it is Moorish structure. You're going to see on a rug in the first shrine built in this country, your father, in the Fox Theater in Atlanta, Georgia, you're going to see a six-pointed star resting like that on the rug. The ancient symbol of the Moors. So, answering the question, a good point. What happened in the country, the Moors ruled the country. Benjamin Banning and them who built the White House and Big Ben, right, were Moors. They established the Shriners and took them to the level of what they call Moorish Islam and taught them how to civilize themselves so that we could do trade with them. You know what I'm saying? But what happened is they traded us Slavic women for Moorish women. That was a business thing. It showed no racism. It showed brotherly love that we took Slavic women, and the word slave comes from the word Slavic. Right. So we had white women, and we gave them, in turn, Moorish women. Follow that? The families when they started the migration of the 5 European tribes to America, approved by the Iroquois Nation, they started moving in. Here's how they worked. If you had land, what they did is went outside the land and set up a water plant and piped in fresh water after poisoning the water. And they set up a filter here. And then they charged you for the water purification. Then they set up electrical plants. And they piped in electricity to work with the water plant. With me? And they build you for your electric. All on your land. You own the land. But they set up the industry. Then they set up plants adjacent to your land on land sold to them by other weaker tribes who wanted to go north. You understand? I'm emphasizing that for some of the niggas who want to leave the South and go north. They're up there now, stuck up there, thinking they got a monopoly on life. Thinking they're so slick. But they gave their land up down here. Alright? And then what they did over here is they put up factories. And then you got your sons and daughters wanted to get employed, and they got employed there. You follow that? And made Atlanta richer, or should I literally say Milledgeville? Because Milledgeville Atlanta and put all the industry there and made Atlanta a replica of the North, where your Wall Street and everything is at. So everybody started leaving their farms. The grandfather still worked the farm. The grandmother still worked the farm. But the kids started wanting to leave the farm to go to the bright light. And then what they did is nobody was there to work all that acreage. So your grandfather was forced to start selling them in pieces called headward. Plot was to take the land. So they sold pieces of your land. And then they got down to 2 acres and a house, working outside, water's being filtered in, electric's being filtered in, you're paying electric bill, water bill, then they call it a city, put you on the outskirts of the city, subject you to the city's laws, and tax you for being on your land. You got that? So in order for the wise Moors to protect themselves, what they did is they made all of them violate their own amendments. I read it to y'all last week, I think it was. It says, if you take any title of nobility, you lose your citizenship. The Moors outwitted them. So what happened is, we initiated them into the lodges, introduced them to Islam, enslaved them under the name, gave them the math. They showed them how to build a mosque in this country. Those mosques became known as shrine of temples. You follow that? So that they would preserve it until a day when the light comes. When you become aware of who you are again. You follow that? And that's the day and time to end. But no follow to now. The age of a light will start to become conscious again of who we are. And we're finding out we own the land. And we got deeds to prove it and documents to prove it. And George Washington made statements to protect us as long as we wear a fez. When a man doesn't wear a fez, he takes it off. They recognize it as the most noble crown the world has ever known. In Egypt, they wrap a turban around it. Sudan, they wrap a turban around it. But the Turkish wore it. All the emperors wore it. Nergal wears one. All the Sumerians wore them. You know what I'm saying? It goes back a long way. It has nothing to do with the Moorish Islam, some little America. They just one of the groups that are wearing the fez. Every one of you men should have your fez on. Hey?